Sikufuna kwako te bufwayo bube Vomera chabe ndemwe ulili Sikufuna kwako te bufwayo bube Ndimwe cheni li Cause you can be me Ndimwe cheni li Cause you can be me Muntu aliyese anapatwa for a reason Vomera mwe ulidi dinawo ni prison Kati wavomera ni joy na freedom Prayer ni wisdom Free talk yourself na self-motivation Sanga ko banzako baliko mature Mutual relation Each conversation munga relevance Self-relevance Forgive them all Once them a bullies for they don't know No one's choice Only God knows So osambela low You up nieki Mulengi ndea segula mado Vomera ndie mwe ulili Sikufuna kwako te bufwayo bube Vomera chabe ndemwe ulili Sikufuna kwako te bufwayo bube Ndimwe cheni li Cause you can be me Ndimwe cheni li Cause you can be me Ineli kublema kuseka chilema Osaisa kumenya umuntu uwapena Koma you can care yakashare olomenta Nakajakatenda Never segregate muntu ali na matenda Chalo bantu isebo iti bapenda Maninga uvomera vintu mwamene vilili Family ni amiko kwa mbili Osankala londi Bwela tingale babili Mwamene unabadwira ni mwamene ulili Any disability kapena kumubili Ndise bantu bamozi Kazuba kamozi Tingale pamozi mwe ulili Sikufuna kwako te bufwayo bube Vomera chabe ndemwe ulili Sikufuna kwako te bufwayo bube Ndimwe cheni li Cause you can be me Ndimwe cheni li Cause you can be me Don't judge me Nangu nakula kwila kari concept please You should approach me I can be you, you can be me Imo tatwishiwa efechiva Just because you white iwe kupo sana Kutina wempofu nangu chibulu
Brief introduction about you, Candice. Who's Candice?
So I'm Candice Rogoff. I am a mother to Jade Peterser. She is my beautiful daughter who's 19 years old, and she has a very rare syndrome. It's called isodicentric 15, and she's also on the autistic spectrum. And yeah, we've had quite a journey with Jade, and yeah, a good journey. But autism is it's quite a journey. When you find out, as we did when she was 3 years old, it was like a slap in the face. And you know, you see this beautiful child, and she looked normal, and yeah, it just when you find out, it was just so hard. And my husband and I, yeah, we took it quite badly. I took it worse than my husband. And yeah, we just didn't know where life was going to take us when Jade was about 3 when we got the diagnosis. But the journey's been good. She's 19, and she may not be able to read and write, but she certainly has found a vocation. And the vocation is she's a painter, and she loves to paint. And we've had she's been in many art exhibitions, 3 or 4, and she's had a solo exhibition, and she sold 50 artworks at her solo exhibition. Hey, did you enjoy your exhibitions, Jade? Okay. You like painting, Jade?
Like a chicken.
Like a chicken. Okay. So Jade is verbal. She became sort of more verbal at about the age of 10. And yeah, so she's got quite a few words in her vocabulary, but she battles to communicate. So when Jade needs to convey how she's feeling or when she's hungry, she can't really express that, and then she would basically have meltdowns and that kind of stuff.
Thank you very much for that powerful introduction. And the point you mentioned there, because normally we see a situation, for example, in Zambia, whereby such issues of autism are not talked about thoroughly. Normally people tend to treat it like a one-day thing, but they don't pay attention that these are very serious issues. And thank you very much for that powerful background you have given. And we have seen that Jade is not limited, and she has used a passion through art to show the people that, no, you guys, I can be born like this, but I'm passionate about seeing life in a different perspective. And using art has made that to help people out there.
Yeah.
And that's a very powerful arrangement. And just there, you've just summarized the topic, just there.
Yes, we did.
Saving the host time. It's important like that.
Yeah.
Margaret, I'd love you to chip in right now. Kindly introduce yourself briefly.
Okay, so my name is Margaret Ilungalongwe. I am basically the founder of Children with Speech Delay Parent Support Group Zambia. So this is a virtual support group that I ran on Facebook to support parents that have children with speech delay. So it's a group that encompasses a lot of kids with special needs such as autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy as well, and other special needs. So we come together as parents in that group and just have a platform where we can all share our challenges, we share our wins, and our strategies that we're using to help our children thrive and all that. Yeah, so in a nutshell, that's me.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that powerful introduction, because like I said earlier on, such topics are very important to discuss and continuously discuss. In that, because we need to create a campaign which makes people to be educated, informed about autism and other special needs which children have in Zambia. So thank you very much for that powerful introduction, Margaret. Let me go straight to. Oh yeah, okay. Let me go straight to Candice. Let me just go deep in the questions. I think we have reached that time whereby I should ask you questions now.
Okay, you go for it. I'm ready for you. I hope I can answer them.
No, don't worry. We'll make it very easy.
Okay, thank you.
That's the nature of the show, the mental health therapy. It's about being relaxed and enjoying the show. I want to get your take. Well, you gave a very powerful example using Jade's journey to reach the 19 years on earth. And I think the first question, I think you've answered it. I want to get your views on how you can best describe the experience when it comes to your mental health, how that has been as a mother raising a child with autism.
So, Cyprian, yeah, my mental health has gone through a bit of a roller coaster in the sort of 14 years, 15 years since we got the diagnosis of Jade's condition. And yeah, I have battled. It started with postnatal depression from my son, who's 21, so he's a little bit older than Jade. And I fought that. I didn't want to acknowledge the fact that I had postnatal depression, because back 21 years ago, it really wasn't valued. You know, mental health wasn't valued as it is today. And obviously we're trying to create a lot of awareness for mental health and autism. And yeah, I've been, you know, I was quite naughty as a depressed person, going on meds, then going off meds. So they call it self-medicating, and sort of being a bully towards my psychiatrist and telling him what to do. So for many years, I sabotaged myself mentally. And in 2017, I went back to the psychiatrist. Something had clicked in my brain where I just thought, I need to take control of my life. Life can be so much better than what it is when you are in a depressed state. We found the right sort of medication for me. It wasn't antidepressants, it was just basically a mood stabilizer. And that has really helped me in the last 7 years to cope with life, cope with my darling Jade, my husband, my business. So, yeah, I'm in a great...
Tell your mom.
And my mom. I'll tell my mom, don't worry, Jade. So Jade's trying to put in her 2 cents into the show, which is lovely. But yeah, so, and now I'm quite emotionally stable and not depressed. I'm in a great space. So yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't need to clap for you, but I cannot manage.
No, I'll clap for myself.
Trust me, the reason why I brought that angle of mental health was raising a child who has autism. There are many challenges. So I think you're a prime example to the parents out there who are listening to understand the value of being strong and understanding that you can manage a child who has autism.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's a very powerful story there. I want to increase this slow motion music just to add the theme.
Okay, you're welcome. It'll be quite relaxing, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now let's look at the tips for the parents who have children with autism. I think it's important to give them based on your experience. What are some of the tips you can give the parents out there? Well,
Cyprian, in the beginning, you know, we tried everything, every therapy, schools. We did have her in South Africa. So sorry, we moved back to Zambia in 2010. My husband is Zambian, but before that in South Africa, we looked at, Jade used to go for speech therapy, occupational therapy. She was in a specialized autistic school called the Talk Shop. But with Jade's condition, she has such severe delay that when she was 4 years old, she was mentally, cognitively a 1-year-old. Okay. So she never actually coped in the environment. And, but yeah, as you know, when you first get the diagnosis, all you want to do is all these therapies. You want to push a button to change the situation. And over the years, you just do realize that there is no button to change and, you know, or push and things improve. But with time, as Jade has matured, she has got a lot easier. And she was extremely difficult. She, you know, obviously has a bit of OCD as well. That's over-compulsive disorder. So that, you know, there were signs in the beginning where she showed that she had that, but that is also part of the autistic spectrum, or kids on the autistic spectrum go through that, where they line up things. But in terms of meltdowns, they're very hardcore. They drain the parents, they drain the caregivers, they drain the child.
Very much for bringing those points out there to make people understand that there's more to life. There's more to life, and children should be accepted, and parents who have children with autism shouldn't hide them, because hiding them won't help them also.
No. Because
they need to grow and get exposure, the right exposure.
Yeah.
And the right exposure through love, care, and support. In that they're going to find themselves. We have a prime example here, Jade, a painter. I've seen the artwork, by the way, when I was invited. I know. Powerful artwork, and. Thank you very much for those points. Let me bring in Margaret also to chip in a bit. Margaret, what strategies can empower children with special needs to thrive? I think let's go directly in those areas.
Yeah, important thing is involvement of the parents and the caregivers in the child's life. I think the parents need to take a keen interest into their child's condition. By that, probably I mean getting to know more about what condition the child has, and doing a lot of research and investing in knowledge. That way, when the parents are knowledgeable about what the child what condition the child has and its challenges, it makes it easier for them to actually help the child thrive through that condition. Also, it also helps them know what kind of support they should be looking out for their child. So the parents need to have an awareness and an education and a vast knowledge of actually the condition that the child has, for them to be able to know what kind of support. Follow with his lead as well. Sometimes as parents, we're usually in the rush and we want kids to catch up according to our pace, and we set goals for them and we set them at a pace that we think they will achieve, and then we kind of tend to forget their side as well. So from my experience, I've learned to follow his lead even as he develops in catching up with his peers as well. I've faced some stigma from the community. I've felt alone at times. I've felt like I lacked support at times, emotionally also. So it hasn't really been an easy road, but along the way, as I've invested in knowledge, in getting to know more about the condition, getting to know more about the support that I can get for my son, getting to know where I can go for help, the journey has actually become easier. So it gets easier when you know what to do and know where to go, and at least know who to talk to.
Thank you very much for that powerful, insight. I want to get Candice's. She's asking, how old is your son?
He's 5 years old. I think he's 5 years and probably 6 months now.
Okay. And already to just marry the two areas we're looking at today, autism and three areas rather: autism, mental health, and children with special needs, other special needs. I think it's important to get that raw experience from people who are living that life. Because how are we going to achieve a campaign, a continuous campaign, minus showing people, or rather telling people, the actual people who are going through such issues? So I think having you, Margaret, and Candice, and experience also with Jade, shows that there is need to change the narrative of how such issues should be treated from now on. We should remove stigma. We should also encourage children who have special needs, to encouraging them to make them understand that they have potential to even impact their lives, and not only their lives, the nation at large. Because the more people support people with special needs, children with special needs, shows that there's more to life, and like just treating it like no, we shouldn't talk about such issues. No, it's not good to talk about these issues. No, we should change the narrative of how such issues should be treated. So thank you very much for bringing those points, Margaret. Candice, any contribution briefly?
Mark, Jade says no. Thanks, Jade. Your mother can talk a hind leg off a donkey on the subject of autism and special needs and mental health.
Right.
So, just to get something straight, so Margaret, your son just has speech delay, but is he actually on the autistic spectrum?
No, so he only has speech delay, gross and fine motor delays too, so he's not on the autism spectrum.
Okay, and that's been diagnosed?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually been diagnosed. We got a diagnosis, it's been a year now, last year. Yeah.
And how do you cope I'm just saying, are you worried that he'll never speak properly, or do you feel that all the therapies are helping you and your son?
Well, I think I'm past the level of being worried that will he ever be able to talk. I think I've come to terms with his condition, and I've just got an open mind, not really having a lot of expectations. So I'm just taking whatever comes as we go on, as what comes. So I'm not really expecting matching my expectations low. So so I'm not so worried about the part where is he ever going to fully catch up, or is he ever going to talk. I think I've come to terms with accepting his condition as it is as now, and I haven't really set my expectations high. So I think that's one thing that has helped me cope with that. Yeah. And sorry, what was the other question again?
I don't know. No, it's just it was just really
I
that.
think you talked about some support, and I'm not so sure. I really can't remember.
I've got another question for you, Margaret. So you living in Australia? Is correct?
Yes. So we've been living in Australia for the past 2 years now. Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to ask. Obviously,
Where she has Jade involved in the artwork project, that's a very good example of looking at an activity that the family can have as inclusive for the special needs child. So it really helps out to bring the best in the child also. One thing that we can also look out in terms of strategies that can empower these children is looking out for their strengths. Try and find time as a parent or caregiver to see what strength the child has, what areas is the child interested in. I think once that is identified in a child, it helps a lot in actually bringing up some development and improvement towards the child's condition. Because if you identify a strength in a child, that's something that will easily bring, let's say, spark imagination, spark creativity, spark interest. And once you use those interests to help your child thrive through their condition, it's easy to get them through once you have something that they are interested in. So looking at interests and developing that also will really help in empowering these children with special needs.
Thank you very much for that powerful point. I want to get your views. You mentioned
marketing, because I'm just quite impressed with the situation in Zambia on the awareness.
Thank you very much, Candice, for doing my job briefly there.
I'm so sorry, Cyprian.
No, trust me, that's the beauty of the show, the mental health therapy. We allow guests to chip in and just enjoy the show, because the beauty of the nature of the show is the mental health therapy. Why should the therapy be one-sided?
Exactly.
So trust me, thank you very much for those powerful.
Provide a platform actually for people to speak up and voice up. And also, in terms of their reporting, I think this is one of the areas that they haven't really delved much into in terms of coverage and reporting, or documentaries, things like that, So if they could up their game and, just get so much into giving us more space into creating programs, documentaries, even coming up with special shows. I like the fact that I wanted to say music. Our movie industry is booming in Zambia, And the other time I was watching the new movie that DSTV had put up. What's this movie? The movie about the little albino girl. That was one great piece where they were, bringing out the side of albinism that we rarely talk about. So I was just saying to myself, well, this is nice thing that the movie industry has done. Why can they also make, you know, a movie about a special needs child, you know? So if we can have, you know, the media come in and fill in these gaps, I think that would make a huge difference as well, yeah. And having more programs like the mental health therapy, you know, come on board and bring up topics like this, it would be great if, yeah, they could get involved more.
And trust me, they show the mental health therapy. That's why it's there for you guys, to give you that platform, and also allow you guys to engage, and also give you that platform to also to express other ideas. So I think we can do that more. Candice, chip in briefly. The role of the media, briefly.
So I've had quite an exciting month during Autism Awareness Month with the media, with the help of the Zambia Agency for Persons with Disability. I've worked very closely with them for Autism Awareness Month. They've been fabulous. They really have organized a lot of media. Unfortunately, I don't have access to ZNBC. I know it sounds a bit stupid, but I don't have it. I don't actually watch TV. And I also would love more information from Zapid, who actually came to the events to tell me where these people have posted, you know, their content. But being on this show, you know, is a lovely, you know, sort of a lovely platform for us to view our opinions on special needs and mental health. But yeah, I think there's been quite a lot of exposure. We also did with NAZ, the National Autism Association of Zambia, we did a march on the 6th of April, and Jade, myself and my husband, we also were marching on Great East Road, so from Zesco to East Park Mall, and it was lovely to be a part of that. So yeah, the media exposure has been really great. Did you enjoy the march, Jade? No, you loved it. You were getting money. You were asking people for money. You loved it.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Needs. And it's so lovely to actually have Margaret on the WhatsApp call through the radio. I think technology is phenomenal. And your story also brings hope, Margaret. You know, therapy is very important, and we need more access to therapy. And, you know, for the younger children. I'm sort of beyond therapy. And, you know, Jade's an adult now. She's matured, so she's got it.
Grown up, eh?
So grown up. Jade is grown up, everybody.
Yeah.
And
Don't
yeah.
come close.
Oh no! Don't come close to Jade. She'll bite you. No. I don't even know where I was now, Jade. But yeah, do you want to say something, Jade? You want to say hello to the listeners? Come talk here closely. Say hello to the listeners.
I think the coffee is the wrong one.
Oh, the coffee you've got is wrong, is it? Okay. Thanks, Jade. That's a good takeaway coffee. Yeah, my takeaway is just
Terrible.
I think things will improve with time. You know, the more awareness is out there for everything or anything, the better things can become. And yeah, just thank you, Cyprian, for having us.
Your last advice to the parents who are having children with autism, special needs, your last words in 2 minutes.
Love your children.
No.
Accept your children. God has given you these kids. I don't know why he did it, but he did it. And we just have to love and accept.
Teach.
And teach them what they can, what their abilities allow them to learn. You know, and expose them. Do not hide them. And let me tell you, once you accept your angels for who they are, things become much easier. And just remember, the more they mature, the better it becomes for the whole family. Yes, challenges do arise as they get older, puberty, but you work around it. But the maturity certainly has helped me and my family. So just love them. They're beautiful.
The takeaways from the show. I'll start with Margaret. Margaret, your takeaways from the show.
Thank you so much. Well, I think my takeaways for the show today is I've loved Jed's story and how Candace as a mom has advocated for her child with autism, how she's come up with a show, how she's dealt with the mental issues that arose. Believe me, it's a hard journey. Yeah, I've interacted with a lot of moms that are actually struggling with coping with accepting the situation. That I think I've learned a lot from how Candace has dealt with her mental issues, and I'm sure a lot of other parents out there have also picked out a thing or two from what she has said. Yeah, and I think it's good that now things are starting to change in Zambia. We are seeing more light actually being shed in the area of special needs, and the government at least is coming on board through Zambia Agency for Persons with Disabilities through their condition. Seek support also. Look for support groups that you can join. You can join our support group, Children with Speech Delay Zambia Parent Support Group. We are on Facebook. Find someone to talk to when you are all weighted down and heavy. You don't have to be alone, and it's a blessing to have that child. So God gave them to you for a purpose, and you have to nurture them. Look out for their interests. Look out for their talents, and nurture their talents and bring out the best that you can. I believe there is a flower that can grow out from every person, no matter what. So look out for that seed and nurture it and grow it. Above all, be an advocate for your child. You are your child's voice. So be an advocate for your child and your family and in your community, in schools, and everywhere. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. My final takeaways from the show. We have understood that it's important to empower, exceptional minds, and also understanding autism and special needs in children. I think this show, today's discussion has briefly, helped us to understand these areas, and also we have looked at the importance of also talking about mental health. Candice's experience raising Jade, and also Margaret raising her son. We didn't get her name, the name of her child. Well, Margaret, the name of your son. And Candice has vividly expressed herself there.
Wait for 5 minutes.
To enjoy more life, because trust me, whatever you're going through is valid. Don't let anyone tell you that whatever you're going through is it's not real. It's valid. But the point on this show is, do not commit suicide. And there's more to life. And trust me, using your experience you're going through right now, you're going to help people out there. One day, you'll be joining us discussing. So to you, don't kill yourself. This show is there for you. Join us next time, whereby we discuss another topic, a very powerful topic. To the guests who have been part of the show, Candice, Jade, and Margaret, thank you very much. I think for now I can clap for you now, since my hands are free.
Yeah, we'll clap for you too. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sikufuna kwako tebufwayo bube Gomela chabe ndiye mwe